So the Dogs try to break a scoreless tie with the first 3 of the game. This will be a 23-yard try just inside the far hash, kicking it to the right towards the river. Snap, hold, kick high in the air, and the kick is good. And with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs.
There's a 4-man rush, and again, plenty of time to backpedal and look down.
Gets picked off on a jumping catch at the 26. Gators to the near sideline. Devin Moore picked it off and will return it back to the Georgia 44-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds on the near sideline.
Well, good coverage there by the Gators downfield. Carson had to move around a little bit. We've talked about Carson this year, forcing footballs into coverage. Right there, trying to go to London Humphreys, but that was into double coverage and a couple white jerseys around him. That football never should have been thrown. Really an easy interception. The Dogs don't turn the football over in this game. Should be an easy victory, but you get into this kind of an atmosphere, you let an opposing team like the Gators gain momentum. Who knows what can happen? See if the Dogs can step up and answer.
9th interception attributed to Carson Beck this season. That's the 2nd straight interception in a game for Devin Moore. His 2nd this year. He had one against Kentucky 2 weeks ago. So Florida starts on the plus side. They're at the Georgia 43 for this possession. Georgia with a 3-0 lead. Lagway, play fake, deep ball. There's man breaking open at the 3, and that's going to be a touchdown. Aiden Mizell over the shoulder catch. There's the big gash play that Kirby's been talking about, and the Dogs just gave it up.
Lagway very, very accurate in the vertical passing game. There was just a 2-man route, had max protection, quick change of possession. They wanted to go take a shot, make sure they had him protected up, and it was just a crossing route deep across the field. Mizell had 3 or 4 steps on the closest defender, and Gators, after the interception, grabbing at the momentum.
31 is where the ball is now on the Gators 31 for Georgia. We trail 7-3. Dogs moving to our left. Beck in the pocket looking and throws another interception. Picked off on a crossing route at the 19 by the Gators, and Gates breaks a tackle. He's still running with a football almost all the way out to midfield. We make the tackle with one of our linemen, Xavier Truss, at the 49. Beck's thrown 2 interceptions now. The Gators have a man down at the 42. That's Caleb Banks, a defensive tackle. There's a lot going on at the end of that play. There was a little bit of a skirmish at the end of the tackle, but Georgia's turned it over for a 2nd time.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where Carson was throwing that one. There were 3 white jerseys surrounding. I don't even know who the intended receiver was.
Stephen Beck to hold it on the 43, a 53-yard try. Right-footed kicker on the near hash, kicking left. Gardner snaps. Beck holds. Woodring the kick. High, hanging towards the upright. And good! Good! He got it. He got it to go. Muscled it across the crossbar and into the net. 53-yarder. Peyton Woodring. So the Dogs get 3 out of it to make it 10-6. Dogs from our 4, just across our 41. Beck with a pump fake, hit as he throws, ball's in the air, and it's intercepted. He got hit, and he short-armed it, and the ball just kind of fluttered up in the air, and Pyburn picked it off at the Florida 48-yard line. It floated down right into his hands, and we tackle him right there.
Yeah, and that one's not on Carson. He got hammered right as he was letting it go. Couldn't even see downfield. The ball just kind of sputtered up in the air. Unfortunate break there, but the Dogs, same thing that haunted us in the first half, getting us right now as well.
That was Grayson Howard, the linebacker, with the hit on Beck. And the ball just fluttered up in the air. Now here's Florida again early. Tight ends Delp and Urosic to the right. Frazier's in the backfield. Quick break out of the huddle. Short toss to Frazier to the right. He dives for the goal line. Touchdown! They get in there finally, and Georgia a field goal or an extra point away from tying this at 13.
Well, we just got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on us. Nate Frazier went into the end zone, did the gator chop, and then did the old slash
Oh, my goodness. Kirby's smart.
He did the Gator chop.
Kirby's all in his grill, too.
Yeah, should be just no need for that at all.
The freshman doing freshman things, maybe.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 3 for taunting. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
A Georgia touchdown, a 2-yard run by Nate Frazier, brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. 4th and 3. Here's Trey Smack again for another 50-plus yard try. Oh, the snap goes through the holder's arms and hands and rolls back to the 40. Ball is loose. Georgia trying to jump on it. It's still squirting out. It's going to be Georgia's ball. Recovered back at the Florida 37-yard line. They botched the snap. Smack never got to try to kick it. That ball went just squirting on the turf all the way back to the Florida 35 or so, and the scramble was on. Crawshaw, the punter, is the holder. That snap had some zip on it, and it just went right through his hands and just kept on skidding on the grass all the way back to the 36-yard lines where Jalen Walker finally got it and covered it up.
Boy, it looked like a skull 3-iron. Just no chance for the holder to corral that one. And Dogs, all of a sudden, even as sloppy as we played, a chance here to take the lead.
We taste it right now on the 22. Back to throw. Over the middle. Cash in front of the defender. Almost tackled at the 11. He keeps his feet and gets into the end zone. Breaking a tackle and breaking the plane of the end zone. Goal line touchdown. Cash Money Jones.
What an effort by Cash Jones. It was an angle route out of the backfield, able to make a nice catch and somehow able to keep his feet and then fight through the remaining 2 Gator tacklers. Dog fans ecstatic in the stands right now as they were shell-shocked up until this point.
First lead of the game for Georgia. He broke a tackle of the linebacker James, grabbed him around the ankle. He stumbled a little bit, but Cash kept his balance for the final 11 yards and then fought off Castell to break the plane and get into the end zone for the score. Point after try by Woodring is up and good. And for the first time today, Georgia has the lead. It's 20-13. That Cash Jones touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Out of the pistol, Jackson behind the quarterback Warner. He's going to turn and hand it to him, and Jackson sprinting for the quarter, cuts in at the numbers at the 10, spins his way into the end zone, touchdown. 15-yard run for Jacoby Jackson, the junior from Pensacola, Florida. That's his 4th touchdown of the year for the junior college transfer, and the Gators are prepared to tie this game here in the 4th with 7:29 remaining. The point after is on the way.
Boy, Georgia just got caught inside. No one out on contain. We were trying to chase him with one of our safeties in a nice.
Cash Jones slides towards Beck in the backfield. Pressure coming from the edges. We throw it to Lovett. Caught at the 10. Breaks the tackle at the 5. End zone. Touchdown. Dominic Lovett. And the Dogs are back in front.
Perfect play call against that look from Florida. Florida brought pressure. That little slip screen on the outside. The entire middle of the field was vacated with those blitzing linebackers. So as soon as we completed the pass, it was a walk-in for Dominic.
Cameron Jones, the defensive end, tried to go up high around the shoulder pads, got one hand on him, and he just got thrown off to the turf by Lovett's movement to the end zone. And Dominic Lovett was not going to be stopped on that one for it, and the fans comply. 1st and 10. Snap to Warner, play fake, rolls right, and his pass is intercepted. C.J. Allen at the 20, jumps in the air, back to the 15, 14, maybe the 13, tackled by the quarterback, Warner. That would have been a pick 6, and there's a flag down after the play. Hang on. C.J. Allen with the interception.
What a pick. We'll see what they say with the flag. What an interception by C.J. Allen.
After the interception, personal foul, tripping on the passing team, number 16. The penalty will be enforced. Half the distance from the end of the run. First down, Georgia.
So that's how the 3rd-string quarterback makes the tackle. He had to trip Allen to keep him from getting into the end zone.
Whatever you got to do in that case, but Warner once again tried to go across his body and throw it through a dart. C.J. Allen went up high to go get it.
It's 2nd and goal for the Dogs from the 4. Georgia 27, Florida 20 with 3:15, clock moving. Dogs trying to add some insurance here late in the ball game. It's been tight the whole way. Phillips has got it running wide to the right side. We faked an end around to the near side. Phillips ended up with the football, got to the pylon, and the freshman scores the touchdown. Dwight Phillips from Mableton, Georgia, with his first Bulldog score, and they're mobbing him in the end zone.
Well, how good is that to see? And that's the look that the Gators earlier just completely gave up on. We came back to it. The speed reverse, jet sweep from under center. The Gators ignored it the first time around. This time we give it to Phillips, and he finds a way to punch it into the end zone.
Lucky was out there leading the charge, blocking a little bit. He may have gotten enough of it to get Phillips into the end zone. Dwight Phillips has tremendous speed. First Georgia touchdown. Here's the point after try by Woodring. It's good. 34-20 with 3:03 to go. The Dogs with their biggest lead of the game at 2 touchdowns. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So after the interception by C.J. Allen and the penalty on Florida, the Dogs started at the Gators 7. It took them 2 plays to get it into the end zone on the 4-yard run by Dwight Phillips. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say, roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. And eventually Georgia prevails. 5-yard gain for Frazier on that last carry. He's going to run it again. And he almost spit out the other side of the pile. And he runs in, got a vicious hit at the 26 out of the secondary for Florida. My goodness, and that's going to be the last play of the ball game. Frazier might remember that one for a while. It took a pretty good smack. And that's it. Florida will not use their timeouts. And the last 15 seconds will tick off the clock. So Georgia wins it 34-20. The Gators with a few crocodile tears after this one. They were hanging around all night long. And then Georgia finally pulls away in the end with a solid 3rd quarter, a solid 4th quarter, taking advantage of Florida mistakes and winning this one by 14 in the 103rd edition of the Georgia-Florida Classic.
Well, beyond the earth, beyond all things that gave us birth, we'll navigate the seas of the sun. If God is throwing dice and Einstein doesn't mind the chance, we'll navigate the seas of the sun. Infinity runs deep, eternity that we can keep. We'll navigate the seas of the sun. Flowers of our souls, purple, blue, and gold we find to navigate the seas of the sun. So we know who we are, even in this frozen waste. We'll navigate the seas of the sun. Living in this place, staring into space we find. We'll navigate the seas of the sun. Well beyond the earth, beyond all things that gave us birth, we navigate the seas of the sun.
So long, everybody!